You wake up. It's 3 a.m. The room is dark and quiet. And there, at the foot of your bed, or right beside your pillow, are two glowing eyes, completely still, completely focused, staring directly at you. Your cat hasn't moved. It's just watching, waiting. And for a moment, you wonder, what is going on inside that mysterious little mind? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening, and by the end of this video, I promise you will never look at your cat the same way again. Because what your cat is doing in those quiet nighttime hours is not strange. It is not creepy. It is one of the most ancient, most loyal, most deeply loving things an animal can do for another living being. And it's all directed at you. So if you've ever wondered what your cat really thinks of you, stay with me. This is going to change everything. You know, the people who watch videos like this one, the ones who actually want to understand their pets on a deeper level, are genuinely some of the most compassionate, curious humans out there. The fact that you're here, asking these questions, already tells me something wonderful about you. And your cat already knows it. Let's start at the very beginning, with the science, the instinct, and the ancient bond that explains everything. Cats are not domesticated in the same way dogs are. Dogs have been selectively bred for thousands of years to follow human commands, to seek approval, to be openly affectionate. Cats chose us. That distinction matters enormously. When a wild cat ancestor first approached a human settlement, drawn by the warmth, the food, the shelter, it made a calculated decision. It evaluated the human. It decided the human was safe. And over generations, that evaluation became something deeper. It became attachment. It became love. But the instincts never fully disappeared. And one of the most powerful of those instincts is the drive to protect. In the wild, cats are both predators and prey. They are hunters, yes, but they are also hunted. And survival depends on vigilance, on watching, on never letting your guard down, especially at night, when the world is dark and full of danger. Now here's the key insight that most people miss. When your cat stares at you while you sleep, it is not being strange. It is doing what it would do for the most important member of its family. It is keeping watch. It is guarding you. You are, in your cat's mind, a member of its colony, its family, and you are vulnerable when you sleep. You cannot protect yourself. You cannot hear the dangers your cat can hear. You cannot smell what your cat can smell. So your cat does it for you. Think about that for a moment. While you are completely unconscious, completely unaware, your cat is sitting in the dark, alert, focused, watching over you, because it has decided that you are worth protecting. That is not a small thing. That is devotion. Now, let's go deeper. Because the staring behavior is not just about protection. It's also about something far more tender, connection. Cats are creatures of deep routine and deep attachment. They learn your rhythms, when you wake, when you sleep, when you eat, when you're sad, when you're happy. They study you the way a scientist studies something they find endlessly fascinating. And when you sleep, you are at your most unguarded. Your breathing slows. Your face relaxes. The tension you carry through the day disappears. And your cat sees you, really sees you, in a way that's impossible when you're busy, distracted, moving through your day. Sleeping humans are, to cats, the most honest version of their person. And cats are drawn to that honesty. They want to be near it. They want to watch it. There's also a deeply practical reason rooted in feline social behavior. In multi-cat households, cats take turns watching over each other while they sleep. It's a trust system. The cat who watches is saying, "I've got this. You can rest. I'll keep you safe." When your cat does this for you, it is placing you inside that system. It is treating you as a fellow cat, as a trusted companion, and taking on the responsibility of your safety. You are not just a human to your cat. You are family. And family watches over each other. Now let's talk about the eyes themselves, because the way your cat looks at you while you sleep tells you a great deal about what it's feeling. A cat with wide, fully dilated pupils in a dark room is in a state of heightened alertness. It's taking in every detail of its environment. It's processing. It's ready. But a cat with soft, half-closed eyes, even in the dark, is in a state of deep contentment. It's relaxed. It feels safe. It feels at home. And here's one of the most beautiful things in all of feline communication: the slow blink. If your cat, while watching you sleep, performs a slow blink, eyes closing gently and reopening. That is the feline equivalent of saying, "I love you." It is a gesture of complete trust. In the wild, closing your eyes in front of another creature is an act of profound vulnerability. It means, "I trust you so completely that I am willing to be momentarily blind in your presence." When your cat slow blinks at you, it is giving you one of the greatest gifts it knows how to give. And it does it even when you're asleep. Even when you can't see it. Because it doesn't need you to see it. It just needs to feel it. Let's also talk about the physical closeness that often accompanies the staring. Many cat owners report that their cat doesn't just watch from a distance, it watches from right beside them. From the pillow. From the chest. From the crook of the arm. This proximity is deeply intentional. Cats are territorial animals, and they mark their territory through scent. When your cat sleeps pressed against you, it is not just seeking warmth, it is marking you as its own. It is saying, "This human belongs to me. I belong to this human. We are one unit." The scent exchange that happens during close contact is a form of communication that goes far beyond what we can perceive. Your cat knows your scent the way you know a loved one's voice. It is the most intimate form of recognition a cat possesses. And when it chooses to share that intimacy with you, in the quiet dark of the night, it is making a statement about how deeply you matter to it. Now, some of you might be wondering, is there any concern here? Should I be worried if my cat stares at me while I sleep? The answer, in almost all cases, is no. Staring behavior during sleep is completely normal and, as we've discussed, deeply positive. However, there are a few things to be aware of. If your cat's staring is accompanied by vocalizations, particularly loud, persistent meowing or yowling, it may be trying to communicate a need. Hunger, discomfort, or a desire for attention are the most common reasons. If the behavior is new and sudden, and your cat seems agitated rather than calm, it's worth a visit to the vet to rule out any underlying health issues. Cats sometimes become more vigilant when they sense something is wrong, either in the environment or in their own bodies. But for the vast majority of cats, the nighttime watch is simply love in its purest, most ancient form. Let's also explore what happens in your cat's brain during these moments. Cats have a highly developed limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for emotion and memory. They form genuine emotional attachments. They experience something very close to what we would call love, loyalty, and grief. Studies have shown that cats recognize their owner's voice above all others. That they respond to their owner's emotional state, becoming more affectionate when their human is sad or stressed. That they seek out their owner's presence not just for food or warmth, but for comfort and connection. Your cat is not a simple creature acting on pure instinct. It is a complex emotional being that has chosen to build its life around you. And the nighttime watch is one of the clearest expressions of that choice. There's something else worth mentioning, something that touches on the spiritual and the symbolic, which many cat owners feel deeply even if they can't quite explain it. Across cultures and throughout history, cats have been associated with guardianship, with the liminal space between worlds, with protection against unseen forces. Ancient Egyptians revered cats as sacred protectors. In Japanese folklore, the beckoning cat brings good fortune and wards off evil. In Norse mythology, the goddess Freya rode a chariot pulled by cats, symbols of independence, mystery, and fierce loyalty. Whether or not you hold any spiritual beliefs, there is something undeniably powerful about the image of a cat keeping watch in the dark. Something that resonates at a level deeper than logic. And perhaps that's because, on some level, we have always known, across all of human history, that when a cat chooses to watch over you, you are in good hands. Or rather, good paws. As we move toward the end of this video, I want to invite you to do something. Tonight, when you go to bed, pay attention. Notice where your cat positions itself. Notice how it looks at you. Notice the quality of its gaze, whether it's alert and protective, or soft and loving, or some beautiful combination of both. And when you see those amber eyes in the dark, instead of feeling unsettled, feel what it actually is, a living creature that has chosen you, above all others, as the center of its world. A creature that stays awake so you can sleep. That guards the door so you can dream. That presses its warm body against yours and says, in the only language it knows, I am here. You are safe. I love you. That is what your cat is doing when it stares at you while you sleep. And now that you know, I hope you feel it. The next time you wake up at 3 a.m. and see those glowing eyes watching you in the dark, smile. Because you are loved in one of the most ancient, most loyal, most quietly beautiful ways that love has ever existed on this earth. Thank you for being the kind of person who wants to understand their cat this deeply. Your cat is lucky to have you. And honestly, you're pretty lucky to have them too. Sweet dreams, to you, and to the little guardian watching over them.